comic book villains want to destroy the world. Real world villains though. If you can even recognize them. They just want to party on it with underage girls on a private island. Welcome to Epstein's Gotham, where the rich and powerful aren't fighting crime. No, they are the reason why we have protection laws. Ladies and gentlemen, and sentient toasters, welcome back to Unlimited Randomness, where we jump into the absurdity of reality. We dive into that shit. And today is no exception. We've all seen the usual comic book villains. The Joker, the Goat, Thanos, and of course the guy who turned hating into an Olympic sport, my boy Lex Luthor. Evil geniuses with just the right amount of flair. But what if I told you our real world villains, come closer, are worse? At least comic book villains have style, selfless motives, and sometimes even the redemption arcs. Meanwhile, the best legal advice that we've gotten from our politicians is that they keep on coming up with ways on how to dodge accountability. You either become a president and you get pardoned for all of your shit that you have dealt in your past, or you commit suicide. Here's the thing though, comic book villains own it. They're like, yes, I'm evil, fear me. But politicians, gaslighting 101. They'll smile, say I care about you, and then they cut healthcare funding to build another bomb, build another tank, build more nukes. Guys, we need more nukes. I'm still waiting on the update patch on the Illuminati 2.0. And then a big fat question mark pops above my head. Why is it so easy for the people we put in power to mislead us? Is it all for control, power? Are we really that gullible that we lie to ourselves, that we've made the right choice as policies are abandoned for higher profit margins? Like, okay, you are already that rich, do you really need another hot tub? Okay, how many islands are you going to buy? I mean, you can only fit so many underage girls on one island. Let's get more practical examples here. Even the most vile villains in all of comic book history, Mr. Doom from Fantastic Four, the GOAT, runs Latveria better than most countries, free healthcare, zero unemployment. Meanwhile, our leaders can't even fix a pothole. Let's be real. Comic book villains have order. They have actual drip. Loki's got those cool horns. Catwoman's got the very tight Khadam suit. I feel like she would wear baggy pants in this era. Even Bane has that sick coat. But our leaders, zero order. Ill-fitting suits, weird handshake, and somehow always sweating. They're always salivating. Do you really need to have all of that water squirting all out of you? Like they know they're evil. You know what? Roll it. And don't get me started on a secret lair. The Legion of Doom has a cool floating island. Don't know how the f works, but it's floating. And it's an island. It's a little sus, not gonna lie. Putting that into context. Maybe he has overage girls on there because it's inverse, because it's upside. Okay, I will stop joking about this. That is actually a very serious problem, and I really hope that they release this list because we need to see. They need to actually do it. But in reality, Jeff Bezos, one of the richest people in the world, has a $500 million yacht A freaking boat, a raft. He has a $500 million raft. I don't even know how many zeros that is. While Amazon workers are peeing in bottles. Let's just be honest to ourselves. Even Thanos had a better retirement plan that anyone would settle for. Anyone. Look, if we stuck with villains, can we at least get some theatrics? A monologue, a cool cape, something. Can't we have a Superman? Or even more realistically, a Batman? I remember Elon Musk wanted to be Batman, or was it Iron Man, or some bullshit. And I guess he is now Dark Maga. So instead, we are stuck with Mark Zuckerberg pretending to be human while radicalizing boomers. Elon Musk tweeting memes as his workers are getting injured on the job. At least when the Joker loses, he goes to Arkham. He goes to jail. Our guys, though, book deals. Book deals. Book deals. Or demoted to prime minister through pursuing genocide because you believe stolen land belongs to you. Speaking of one of the most obvious real world villains,
This dude's so evil he's actually marking off all the places he's bombed in the last 80 years. And they still clapping for him like WTF, are these clanka motherfuckers even conscious?
We destroyed Assad's army.
dude, we are so cooked. We're literally living in the worst timeline. I don't know why we can't put these assholes to justice. Is it that hard for all of us to unite, to recognize bad, to stop a genocide, killing of children, men, women? I heard something very bleak the other day that if you were to go to a funeral for every child that dies in Palestine, you would have to attend 51 years worth of funeral. At least in comics, the bad guys lose.
Just last week, the United Nations Independent International Commission of Inquiry found that Israel is responsible for the commission of genocide in Gaza.
The Commission concluded that Israel has committed genocide against the Palestinian people in Gaza and that it is continuing with that genocide.
This past week we've seen demonstrations of tens and hundreds of thousands of people turn out in cities and countries all across the world to say no to Israeli apartheid, no to U.S. imperialism, and yes to the struggle for a free Palestine. Here in the U.S., the media wants to hide that. It wants to diminish the sense of international solidarity that is building and building against the war machine.
And remember, never stop supporting and saying, Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Hey YouTube, like this video before it gets deleted. Subscribe if you still have hope. The real crime is how predictable this all is. This is history repeating itself. Let me know in the comments who's the worst real life comic book villain. Trump, Netanyahu, why don't we just squeeze in organizations as well? I mean, there's pretty evil companies out there. Nestle, fucking Disney, McDonald's, guys. Boycott McDonald's. I'm never getting sponsored by McDonald's. Thank God. So next time you see a politician cry about moral values, remember their donors probably own blackmail tape. Stay random.